Hello and welcome to episode 11, the finale, The Quest of the Dead Magistrate. As always, I want to give some shout outs to some people who help us out here on Plots in Darkenhaven. Of course, our first shout out is GUI Cube that makes our world and makes the great lore and all of the things that we do. On that, I would also like to thank all of the contributors and the great GUI Cube community. I try to tie as many of those contributions from our contributors into the show as I can. And also the Tabletop Misfit community, thanks for supporting us through this season of Plots in Darkenhaven. It's been a great fun ride for this season. Our artwork for our characters is Brina Luna artwork. We use Sirenscape for our soundtracks. We use Foundry VTT, and you'll recognize some of the maps we're using for Lockdown is from DM Andy. So he was on our Tavern Talks a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and one of those maps is from him. So before we get underway, as we always do, we're going to introduce characters, since characters come and go in this show and it's very episodic. So we will start with Dulcinea.
Hello, I'm Dulcinea. I'm a softling artificer, and I'm hanging out here in this back corner making my experiments and trying to keep the guys alive. Haha.
And next we'll do Stamond.
Hi, I'm Stam. I'm a Fusilier, so I wield sort of like pistols, but magically based, and I shoot anything that crosses me.
And Monty?
That would be me. All right, it's Monty the Motivator here. I am a motivational speaking bard Garund. And if you've got a problem, just come talk to me. I'm sure we can figure it out.
And Sigismund.
Oh, I am playing Sigismund. I am your neighborhood egalitarian who tries to keep everyone from hurting each other and from hurting other people unnecessarily.
And then our guest for today from GUI Cube is Camera Mandy, playing Saffron.
Hello, I am Saffron Starfire. Actually, that's not my name. It's Saffron Starhopper. Matter of fact.
She's already trying to jinx us.
So, there's a lot not known about my character that you will discover this episode. But just know that my name is actually Saffron Starhopper. And have a great show.
All right. So we will start the opening scene at the Condemned. And the Condemned is a building in Buurgerton, across from Flax and Wagon Alley. It is a ramshackle building that was once the home of the Magistrate of Buurgerton. Upon his passing, this group has kind of become custodians of this place, thus the name Custodians of the Condemned. On the outside of this ramshackle building is a very nicely carved, ornate sign that says Condemned, which was gifted to them by their neighbor, Joss Quickenfigure, who owns Quickenfigure's sign making. So, as you guys are in your domicile, talking about things and just kind of trying to relax from a month of chaos, a knock comes at the door, and you're thinking, here we go again.
I'll get it. Everyone keep their seat. And I'll walk over and answer the door.
All right, as you go to the door, as you go to the door, there is a shifty, kind of scrawny human with dark hair, dark eyes, and he's like, I got a letter for the Custodians of the Condemned, and he points at the sign. This is the Condemned, right? And you must be one of their custodians. Here you go.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I appreciate this, and for your troubles. And I'll reach in my bag, pull out a silver piece, and hand it to him.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And he runs off before you can ask any questions.
Well,
who's at the door?
The normal, typical, sketchy delivery person. He left us a letter. Is everyone in the room? Stamend, Dulcinea, you guys want to come in here and we'll check out this letter?
Sure.
I'm not that small. I'm right here.
Oh, well, sorry.
He was hiding behind a chair.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. I'm getting old. And I will crack open the letter.
All right, you begin to read the letter. Go ahead, Mandy.
Oh.
I was like, did he send me something?
No.
On the spot.
Checks email.
I thought the GM was going to read the letter, but I
Oh,
just
you
happened to
read
have
the
it
letter.
here.
You're the one that wrote the letter. It should be in your voice.
It's in your voice.
We're not arguing with the narrator, are we?
Dear custodians who reside within the corrupt magistrate's home, I recently came into possession of a book for which you have been searching. I'm glad you were able to save Mr. Theron Silverroth from the incident in lockdown near the old orphanage. That seems like an opportune place to meet and discuss a trade. My freedom for the Magistrate to Nu'ul. Since you are determined to right the wrongs of dead Magistrate Tilholland, perhaps you may find some use for the names written within this ledger. Meet me at dusk where you freed the elven wizard from the barren stockades. Bring the Magistrate's pardon stone and his periapt of the past, hidden in his library within the book titled Darkenhaven Livestock Law and Lore. Awaiting your justice, Saffron Starhopper.
There's a lot wrapped into
knows.
that letter.
Yeah, she knows a heck of a lot about us and this house. Like, I didn't know there was some periapt thing in there. Did you?
I don't even know what that is.
It sounds like she doesn't know much about us. She knows more about Valhalla.
She knows a little more about the magistrate.
You mean
like.
Ghost
Like she broke in before we were here?
Well, in a place like lockdown, information flows like water. If there's something you want to know and you have the skills to bargain for the knowledge, you can acquire it.
But it's a little more life and death in there, and the information, the price on that information is much higher.
Right. Well, it matters little how she got the information, but give me a moment. Monty, the magistrate's list is... Oh no, Stammen's having another one of his fits.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn!
I thought we got through this.
It's because it's been more than an hour. You're back. He's back. See, I told you.
My goodness, that is such a wonderful party trick.
He just has fits every once in a while. It's okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I was talking to what's-her-face.
Who's what's-her-face? Anyway, but it as I was saying, Monty, the list, is it still in the library?
I believe it is, yeah.
That name sounds familiar.
I was going to say, who's the letter written by again? And Monty will kind of look through his own notes.
Saffron somebody.
Starhopper.
Yeah, I know her.
You hear a voice come out that says, "It's not Starfire, it's Starhopper."
Oh, I must have had it wrong in my notes. I had Starfire somehow.
No wonder we couldn't find her all these episodes.
Yes.
She was next on my list.
Yeah,
actually,
Starhopper. That's on the list.
On the list.
It's yes. Well, it's a little bittersweet that we're dealing with the last name, but
bittersweet, I think, is the most important thing here. The magistrate wrote, like, this is the one that's kind of weighing on him the most before he passed.
Yes.
So I feel like we certainly have some rights that we may need to wrong. Rights we need to wrong? No, wrongs we need to right.
I think we could do that very well.
We're gonna wrong some rights over here.
But let's be careful. Just because this one weighed on his soul doesn't mean that he was wrong.
No, I just think there's certainly a point where we need to make sure there's time consideration taken into the whole scope of what this situation could be.
Right.
So as a GM, let me deconstruct the letter a little bit. So in the beginning, she said that you're looking for this book. Now, yes, you have been looking for this book because in the Lost episode, the one that was supposed to be a few weeks ago, where you all went to lockdown, you rescued Theron Silverranth he went into lockdown, rescued Theron Silveranth, and he was supposed to be carrying the Magistrate Nuul. It's a book, and otherwise known as the Ledger of Nothing, which is supposed to have some, according to Mr. Silveranth that you rescued from lockdown, some names of some very important people in Darkenhaven who might be involved with this book of foul rituals and whatnot.
Sure.
So furthermore, to deconstruct that, you also, it said that you freed him from the elven wizard, which is Silveranth, from the Baron's stockades. So especially Stam, who spent a lot of time in lockdown, you know that the Baron is he lives in the center of lockdown, and he has a very nice house surrounded by like rose bushes, and he doesn't have a tattoo on his arm. It's like this guy is at home with the criminals and murderers and thieves of the city. So he,
lockdown ain't bad for everybody.
So this Baron basically got tired of Silveranth and putting him in some stockades. You guys rescued him, got him out of lockdown, but I don't want to give away that episode for those who want to go watch it at some point when we actually show it. And so that's one piece. The other piece is there's this periapt of the past, apparently, that Saffron has said is hidden within a book in the library, Darkenhaven Livestock Law and Lore, which you knew nothing about. So that's kind of deconstructing the letter a little bit. This book could be of very useful to a group of people trying to put things right in Darkenhaven and find out who is listed within that book.
Well, let's go find this book.
We're also all aware of who Null is, correct?
Yes, you are very aware of that, Sigismund. You know that Nuul is one of the four lords of corruption. Well, you know the lore of it. You don't know that if it's real or not. You know that there's lore around these four lords of corruption. It could be things that the different churches of Zyathe use to keep people in line. It could be truth that there are these beings of corruption, and Nuul, the Nothing Lord, is one of them. But yes, you don't need a high religion check to understand that. Okay, this is a bad book, and people associating with it could be corrupted.
Well, and Sigismund knows the truth, that the Nothing Lord is actually the greatest of the four corruption lords, but that's a whole other episode, because that's some not canon bullcrap that me believes, not Sigismund. But that no one cares about.
It's not canon.
But
could be canon to some people.
No, I've been told it's not canon. But it is. I've told it is fun.
Shut down.
But let's. This book should be easy to find if it's in the library, yes. And if this person knows if they're worth being wasting some of our time on, then the gem should be hidden here. So, I mean, the least we can do is look into it. Yes.
Well, this is the most interesting thing to happen for a few days, and I might get to shoot somebody, so I'm in.
I got trapped in an alternate dimension with a bunch of fae, but that's a whole different story, too. But this is pretty cool, I have to admit.
My friend, I feel like we have a lot to catch up on.
I know, we do. It's been a while.
Other pressing matters at this moment. Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Well,
yeah, I'm already going to the library.
You guys search low, and I'll search high. Yes?
And I'll search high.
I got the bottom shelf.
I got the top.
Well, it isn't hard to find because it's a very thick book, and it on the cover it says Darkenhaven Livestock Law and Lore. It actually was a real book of how the history of livestock and laws and taxes and lots of boring things. about how Darkenhaven's livestock laws became into effect. However,
see why he hid it in this.
Yeah, it's been cut out.
Oh, it's a gripping read.
You don't need a sleep spell with this book. So inside it's been cut out and a necklace has been put in there, and you assume that this thing is the periapt of the past, which that Saffron has been talking about.
Well, don't touch it just yet. His master
Book that noticeably would open.
I think Stammond, you had one of your little fits, and you only said the second half of what you wanted to say. What was it? You
said they chose the book that no one would possibly open.
They did it that.
I was tempted at one point, but I couldn't bring myself to it.
We're lucky and Savanor didn't find it.
Magistrate,
that guy's a nerd.
Are you around? Did you want to say anything about this, or you good? All right.
I'm good.
Yeah. Just making sure.
The magistrate does not appear. Although you do get the feeling that you're being watched.
So the real question is this thing safe to touch? Because he's hidden it away quite well. Man, if only in Savanor he was here to detect magic on it or something. But it's probably fine. We could carry it in the book if we're scared of it. What do you think, guys?
That's a little obvious. How about if we just put it in a little bag?
Okay. I just mainly don't want to touch it with my skin in case it's cursed or something. But
fine. She puts her hand in, picks it up.
So you just touched it?
You touched it?
No. Through the bag. Have you never put a pillowcase on a pillow before?
The old bag glove trick.
Apparently not the right way.
The old bag glove.
All right, so Sigismund has the Pardon Stone, correct?
Yes.
And Dulcinea has the Periapt of the Past. What would you like to do next?
Let's go ahead and head towards lockdown.
Goody, I've never been there before.
Well, just be careful.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, just put everything shiny away.
New. You know how
It's
I
a
like
toilet.
new things.
It's a toilet.
We live in Fullerton.
Yes, but
All right.
just put
So it'll
things
feel like
away
home.
that you don't want to lose.
So you make your way into lockdown, and Monty has been there many times.
You can call me a
Stam lived
regular.
there for a few years. Sigismund has recently gone there. So what you notice is that this part of town, first of all, everybody, once you get into that part of town, on the edges of this part of town is most of the short timers, people who have been sentenced to lockdown for a short amount of time. You can see families visiting these people. Sometimes the lifers or the long-term prisoners of lockdown are further in, and at the center is kind of lockdown royalty, like the Baron, for example. But you're not going all the way to the center. You're just going to make your way to the old orphanage where you saved Theron Silveranth, and I will activate that map. All right, and so you come to the place where the wizard was put into stockades, and you rescued him from there. And as you walk up, and let me show the art. This lady comes walking up the alley.
Strutting more like strutting with some attitude in a mischievous kind of way. And
she's got Jinxie on.
Indeed. And I give Stammen a little wink, but not in a flirtatious way, in a like, what's up, bud, kind of way.
Just as the Saffron I always remember.
How are you doing? I hear you've been making a name for yourself.
Introduce us, Stam.
All right. Well, this is Saffron, and these are, I guess they're kind of like friends now at this point. Dulcinea and Sigismund, or we just call him Siggy. And then Monty, he's a real good motivator.
I try my best.
We'll just leave it there. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll leave it there. When there's combat to be done, there's other people to do that. Me and Siggy will do the heavy lifting there.
That's the ideal team dynamic.
Stammen, I'm proud of you for making some friends on the outside. Congratulations.
Well, you know, they wouldn't leave me alone, and we've gotten along all right, I guess.
Okay. Well, did you bring the Periapt?
Maybe. Do you really think we would be foolish enough to bring it into lockdown with us? It's somewhere safe. And if you give us the information that we need, we can pass it on to you.
What information are you looking for?
The information that you alluded to in the note, where the location of the tome that we are seeking is.
Oh, I have the tome, but I need your help. It was the tome in exchange for my freedom, so I'm hoping you brought Periapt and the Pardon Stone.
Well, the Pardon Stone stays with me, generally. Monty has made use of it from time to time, but what exactly... You say that the Magistrate dispensed improper justice on you, and I would like to know, and I'm sure my friends as well, what exactly you meant by that. Because he has made some mistakes, and your detention was one of the things that he and his spirit have made us know that he was questioning, if not remorseful about. So I'm prone to believe you, but...
can I just stop you right there? His spirit?
Yeah, a ghost. It lives with us.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're trying to make sure
He's very
right
transparent.
wrongs.
Yep.
Very easy to see through him.
It's fine.
And he just shows up without warning. It's kind of creepy.
His ghost is living.
Fortunately, it's only in
with
public
you.
spaces, though.
Well, yeah, he had a lot of like regrets and stuff.
And
You know,
we are
unfinished
kind of
business.
hanging out in his old house, so.
Did he have regrets? That's interesting. But
Yeah.
not why I'm here. I'm here to free myself.
Okay. What were you charged with? Like, are we talking about murder here? Are we talking about theft? Are we talking about because like I said, I am prone to believe that perhaps justice was dispensed unfairly. And if it was, we can do that, but I would like to know what sort of behavior you were. What sorts of behaviors
He wants to know
he
why
could be
you're here.
convinced. He could be convinced that you committed.
Well, murder, of course.
That's one I suspected.
Mm-hmm.
Who were you supposed to have killed?
There was a woman by the name of Talolia Muir, but I can prove that I did not kill her.
You have evidence?
I must be released. That is what the Periapt is for. Why would I ask
Okay,
for you
listen.
to bring it if it was not to help me
I'm a
go
soldier.
innocent?
I'm a
Okay.
soldier. I don't deal with
Brain
magic.
connectivity?
I don't deal with magic.
That
and
was
kind of
harsh.
thing. No, it's fine.
Okay. I think there's some deep-seated things here we're gonna have to talk about later on.
What's wrong? I don't understand. I'm not the priest. I'm a paladin. Or
I can tell. I can
But
tell.
I'm willing to give it a shot. If everyone else is fine, we kind of make these decisions ourselves. Monty, Dulcinea, Stem, thoughts?
I say we go check it out.
All right.
Seeing the note from the magistrate, I think we can give her a chance. And if worst case scenario, we could always, there's 4 of us, 1 of her, we could always bring her back.
All right.
Well, from my own experience of knowing Saffron personally, I don't think of her as the killing kind. She's kind of a nuisance sometimes with her tricks and whatnot, but she doesn't strike me as a cold-blooded killer.
Okay.
So
very well.
I'm willing to give her a chance.
I will say though, Saffron.
He used to
you've
think
got
I
to-
was a nuisance, too.
You've got a lot
Still
of
does.
like,
You still
deep-seated,
are,
like-
but you're not as bad as in Savanur.
Yeah, you got a lot of like deep-seated rage and mistrust there. We're here to help you.
I think most women do.
Well, but we're here to help. Like it's going to be okay. Like I mean, we help people who are in positions where they've done something wrong or not done something wrong many times. We've given aid to all sorts of people. So we'd have no judgments against you.
That is true.
You don't have to be so combative unless you just like it.
I like it. I'm all about being combative. But let me ask you before we leave, what has this dear magistrate done that has made you trust his judgment at all?
He slew countless members of a demon horde with me over the course of 15 to 20 years. Saved my life numerous times.
What is your name again?
My name is Sigismund. I used to be a paladin of Radian. Talhalion was, he served with me and he was one of my lieutenants for a time until I left the army and became a servant of Harmonia instead.
Interesting.
And the magistrate became a magistrate instead.
Yes. I don't. You might have heard that name because some people in the city seem to have heard of Sigismund, but it typically seems to be guards and stuff, military people.
Interestingly, I've never heard your name before.
That's fine. I'm just a soldier, no one of import. Here. Actually, can we get a little closer to the border? I don't want people seeing that I have this openly.
Yeah.
And how about we don't talk about it out loud?
Yes.
This ain't the kind of place you want to let all your secrets out.
Absolutely. Also, do you have weapons? Are you armed? Do you need weapons? Do you need supplies? Is there anything that you need?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Okay, very well.
She's armed.
And I will, as we get closer to the border, even if there's a point where it like starts to tingle a little bit, where I know that like the pain is about to start when we leave lockdown, I want to wait until I can the last possible second, just in case we're like mugged or something.
Okay.
And then I'll hold my hand out. May I see your forearm, please?
Oh.
And I'll take the pardon stone out and run it along the tattoo.
All right. The gates disappear from the tattoo. And Saffron, you are free. All right. Dex check everybody to try and catch her as she runs away. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll just shoot her in the back. Hold on.
I rolled a 4.
That was episode 11 of Plots and
Yay!
We didn't even have to roll for initiative.
Saffron,
that's a switch.
This is conditional. If I find out that there is still reasonable doubt to convict you, then my friends and I will bring you back.
And even if the charges were not necessarily accurate, we could find others. If there are other charges that we do find, we will.
I don't know. I mean, if they're serious, if it's something minor, I mean, I helped Joss steal a whole bunch of shit last week. So, I mean.
Okay, we have a lot to talk about. Okay.
What? It's not a big deal.
Was that only last week?
True neutral, baby.
Sure.
But don't worry about it. We will deal with it as it comes. But please don't try anything.
Feel confident that you will see my side of the story by the end of this.
All right. Where do you need to go? And we'll pick up the petty apt on the way.
I actually need to stop somewhere to grab a key to unlock the secrets of my past.
And where is that?
Ooh.
All right. So she leads you. Basically, you can tell that she's not too trusting. She doesn't want to tell people where she's going. She says, follow me. And she leads you to a small shop and you notice the shop has 7 doors nestled within each other. And basically it's so that smaller people can walk in the small door, larger people can walk in the other door. Outside is a sign that says Petite Palaces, and there are in the windows small little doll houses, so to speak, but some of them have mice in them, kind of playing around.
That's cute.
I'm so tickled right now. Side note, this is my submission that I did with my best friend Tori. Thank you.
Yes,
this is
it's in the notes.
cute. The one and only that I've ever done.
So each door to the entrance.
Which ward are we in? I'm sorry to interrupt. Which ward are we in, Corey?
Petite Palaces is in Riverside.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So yes, we're going to Riverside, and each door is painted a different hue, with cloud light textures peeking beyond the colors. The building around the door is tall and wonderfully, amazingly crafted. And like I said, the windows facing the street, each is displaying a different house, grand enough for a queen, but small enough for a rodent. There are a bunch of children looking in the windows, and you're just like, what? Well, this is interesting. And you're happy to see as you go in. The large open floor, it's sunlight's coming in a bunch of all of the windows showing where the display cases are, and strategically placed to enhance the whimsical feel introduced by the storefront are podiums, tops with finishes houses of all shapes and size, and in the back of the shop, overlooking the cavernous main floor, sits a balcony with these complicated and interwoven balusters that have a smooth railing leading down. And there is a tiny gnome, like standing up there watching people come and go. And as you come in, she says, "Welcome. I'm Berta, and this is welcome to Petite Palaces. Do you have children? What brings you?"
I'm sorry. We are here actually on your business there, Saffron. What?
And Saffron, you hid a key in one of the more expensive houses.
I most certainly did. The best house that I thought would not get sold. So, mid-ranged, high-priced house. And I find that one.
And it's still there. It's this tiny little house, made for toys, dolls, rodents. Actually has a tower in it, and in the front of the tower, where you would see like a window, is actually a ruby. And then you see all of the windows in this house have other gems. So, I mean, this is probably, just by the gems in this little gaudy house, probably a good 150, 200 plat worth of gems. So
I think Joss isn't here.
While she's heading over there, clearly that's not something she's supposed to have, or these people don't know her. So I'm going to distract the owner. And she's like, "Oh, This is outstanding craftsmanship here. This one right here. How long did it take to make?" And just that kind of.
All right, give me a deception.
Okay. I can't use persuasion because I would use
persuasion. Okay, that'll work.
I'll use my channel divinity and use emissary of peace on that.
And
oh my god! And it's a natural 20.
Of course it is.
I was hoping you would fail. I would have absolutely come to the rescue.
When does Matt not roll crits? Come on.
All right. So, so Berta comes over and begins to tell you all about all of the things that went into making that house, from the wood that she got to the tiny hinges she had to have someone build, all of these, and she is just filling you with information. Meanwhile,
Dulcinea is poking around and trying out doors and windows and seeing how things are built because it's interesting to her.
It is very, very, very interesting, well-built like things. You open one little door and there's a live mouse in there that scurries to the back room of the house that you just looked into.
Oh, he's got to go do laundry.
So, Monty, give me a perception check.
Monty gives a perception check. That is okay. Give me 2 seconds. 17.
All right. So you notice a pale, ruddy-skinned dwarf. I think it's a dwarf. Yes. With one arm, kind of step from out behind a curtain and starts watching Saffron making her way towards the more expensive one. And then he makes his way and starts to follow her as through the shop.
So is there anyone in our group nearby me, or am I just kind of like by myself?
Stam might be nearby you.
I'm on alert. Yeah, I'm watching, and I probably notice this too as it unfolds because I'm keeping an eye on her, but then I'm also seeing like somebody following her. So yeah, Monty, you're looking at me.
Yeah, Monty's like looking around at the different houses, but then he kind of like very clearly gives you attention and like nods his head over that way. And then Monty's gonna follow Saffron and just being the tall looming figure that he is, kind of almost interpose himself between the line of sight of this dwarf and Saffron, and just kind of keep an eye and just maybe a little bit of not banter, but just like very superficial conversation. Like, I didn't realize you were a collector, talking to Saffron and being like, I didn't realize this is your kind of interest. Please tell me a little more. And just like almost.
And I'm going to position myself. I'm going to position myself looking at maybe a house and kind of browsing, but ready to kind of interpose myself between this one-armed dwarf and Saffron.
Okay. Saffron, what do you do?
I pull out a pack of papers from my sleeve that I have meticulously forged for this dwarf on the side, and I pass it over to him and say, "Nice to see you."
Oh. Hello. And he, with his one arm. Oh. These are a little overdue.
I have been occupied for the last 5 years.
You've been okay? Well, and he whispers to you a name you're very familiar with and asks, do you work for her?
Do I?
He whispers, hold on, I got to look up the name. He whispers, do you work for Civ Strawscythe?
I haven't seen Civ in so long.
I haven't seen her for these 5 years now.
It's curious, isn't it?
It is, so thank you. And the payment that you agreed upon?
I just need to go grab it.
Very well. And you know that this dwarf's name is Gareth, and he kind of just bows and takes the papers. He interrupts Sigismund and Berta and says, Berta, I need to speak with you. It looks like our troubles are no more. And she kind of looks down at the paper and then kind of walks away with him mid-sentence. And they go behind the curtain to what you assume is a workshop, because when they part the curtain, you see a bunch of desks and tools and woodworking stuff back there. And some rodents.
So I walk over to the house where I've hidden the special thing, and I tap it in a certain sequence of knocks and taps, and a little secret door pops open. If that's okay with you, GM.
Yes, absolutely. That's what this is all about. Creativity.
Okay. And I literally pull out
the key, and now you have a key to the house
mansion.
And it's not a tiny little key to a tiny little house. It's a big key to a big house.
Ooh.
All right. And what do you guys do next?
You got
I'm still looking at everything.
Do you have everything you need?
Ready to go on an adventure, are you?
Sure, absolutely.
Adventure?
Where are we going?
To a house, a mansion,
Okay.
of which I totally know where it is.
All right. Well, we can just start walking.
I'm coming.
We'll follow your lead.
I'm sure your
All
feet
right.
will remember the way.
So-
Yes.
Out the door.
She takes you to Bayweather, and
Ooh.
a house in Bayweather, and then walks up to the door, unlocks it, and walks inside. All right. And you all are in a common room. And at this point, Saffron, you know that they're going to need that periapt of the past, and they're basically start to activate it to see.
I do
see
hope
the past.
I do hope you were foolish enough to actually bring the periapt to lockdown.
No, I didn't. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Dulcinea did, though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, I gotcha.
I did.
Now,
we saw the jinx, and we're like pranksters. Gotta say something.
In Soviet Zayathi, prank fools you. Anyway.
I mean, so are you gonna wear this thing or what?
I don't know. Yeah, you wanted it.
Do I don it?
It doesn't really matter. Basically, if you activate it, there is an activation, which was actually written inside the book where you took it. There was like some words that basically translate to "show me the events of the past," but in Elvish, and that's how you basically can activate this thing. It doesn't matter if you wear it or just kind of hold it, but
who speaks Elvish?
You.
So I guess then, Dulcinea does not. So I guess Saffron does need to be the one.
I don't. It's not in the fighting training. Sorry.
That's okay. So I put on the periapt, and I speak the words, and I say, I'm going to show you who really committed this murder.
All right.
All right. As she says in Elvish, "show me the events of the past," you see on the couch 2 women appear in kind of a translucent, wavy image of an illusion. You see, hold on, I have bigger, better artwork than just the tokens. So you see this woman, and you notice that, she is actually laying on the couch, laying with her head in the lap of the other woman. And this woman is wearing what you see is almost the exact same pendant that you see on Saffron. She is laying across this woman's lap, who is a human, and they're talking about their day. They are laughing. The darker haired woman is kind of running her fingers through the elven woman's hair, and they basically they're talking about some mundane things, like the house, getting someone to come in and put some new windows in, what would they like to eat later, but it is very obvious that these 2 people care a lot for one another.
Aww.
And then as they kind of finish their conversation, they finish their conversation, kind of just stare into one each other's eyes, and then the illusion fades away.
So for the first time, I am not smirking, and in fact, you see a tear roll down my cheek.
Is everything okay there, Saffron?
Sometimes it's hard looking into the past.
I understand.
Maya's gonna wander over and take your hand, because that's just the kind of person she is.
Saffron is just like, okay, I won't play any pranks on you. Like,
sometimes we need to look towards the past so we can move to the future. But sorry, I completely cut off a question over here.
I was just going to say, how do you know them?
Well, the elf is my mother, and I haven't seen her in over 10 years because she was murdered.
Well,
by
that
the
sucks.
woman who she loved.
I'm assuming that this is the crime that you're accused of, is the death of one of these women?
You will see how this unfolds.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. What else do we have to see?
And so,
Saffron, give me a insight check.
that was not a good insight check. I'm very emotional right now.
Okay.
That's a 7.
All right. Yep, you're overwhelmed with the emotion of seeing these two women that you knew in your youth at their best, apparently. Where else would you like to go and use the periapt?
I say, there's nothing much else to see in this room. We can move to the next one.
All right. Let's take it one room at a time.
So, Corey, one of the things I want to do is I'm gonna kind of focus in on the new Fusel that I got. I'm gonna talk to, I don't remember her name, but I'm gonna say, yeah, do you think you could just give me a little extra life for a little while? I'm casting false life.
Yeah, sure, darling.
Thank you. I feel like there's some trouble coming, and I want to be ready for it.
I don't know if there's trouble coming. I think the trouble's standing next to you over there. These women.
Well, I want to
like
be ready
was
for
in
that
love.
too, don't I? Yeah. All right.
None of you hear this. You just he's mumbling to himself. Yeah.
He does that a lot. Don't worry about it.
It's another one of his episodes.
I'm going to pull out a little notebook, Corey, and take some notes down.
Okay.
Just of things that I've seen, any kind of weird emotions or looks or anything that I see from anything that we see.
Okay. All right. So where do you go from here?
Closest door.
Yes.
Closest door. All right.
Door
So that would move you
there.
into a kitchen.
Come on.
And as you say the words, I'll move Stam in there. So, never mind. As you say the words again, you see. Did you share the names of these women, or just that's
no.
your mother?
I did say earlier, Tololia.
Yeah.
But I will also mention that my mother's name was Jilsarin.
I'm looking at my notes. Sorry.
Yeah. I have it spelled Jylsaarine.
We'll just say Jilsa for short.
Okay.
Jilsa and Tololia. So
any of those names ringing a bell, Corey?
No.
Okay.
No, none of them. So Tololia comes into view again, a shade of herself, and she is just pulled a hot pie from the stove and is setting it down, and Jilsa's sitting across the kitchen, leaning against the wall, and you see this smirk on her face. And as Tololia goes to cut into this pie, it explodes, and like berries and syrupy crap goes all over Tololia, and Jilsa just busts out laughing, and Tololia turns around like furious, and Jilsa says, "Jinx, blessing be upon you, my love," and just can't stop laughing. And Tololia says, "We have company coming in an hour, and you have ruined it," and she stomps out. And then
we call that a firecracker instead of a firecracker.
and then the scene kind of fades as Tololia stomps out angry and very upset.
That's
Well,
a waste
Saffron.
of good pie.
Happy
Yeah,
4th of
yeah,
July.
I agree.
You can't beat a good pie gag. Hans
Saffron, I see now
Hans Hammond.
where you got it.
Exactly.
Saffron, how
I think we're having
long? Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
There
Yes.
you go. Yes.
You just put a
how-
stem in.
Yes. How long before your mother's death was this scene? Do you know?
No, I don't know. There's-
Can I take a look around the room and see if there's any remnants of that pie, like explosion around, to see if we can place it roughly?
Yeah, so he is looking around, and Saffron, give me an insight check at advantage. And no, you don't find pieces of this pie.
That's a 17.
You notice now that you've had some time to calm down and you're getting used to this, you notice that this place should be dusty, cobwebby, and there definitely shouldn't be fresh fruit sitting on the counter. Yet it is dusted, it is clean, and there is fresh fruit sitting in this kitchen.
I run my finger across the table, and when
Everything
it comes
okay?
up clean.
Yep, this place looks lived in.
Yeah, this place should not have had anyone here for the last 5 years, and yet I pick up an apple and throw it. Looks like someone's about to make some pie.
I'd like to cast Divine Sense. Just take a moment and do a little bit of praying and cast Divine Sense in the area.
Okay. You don't sense any undead, demons, evil stuff.
Okay.
Is there any clues around who has been inhabiting this space at all? Are there any pictures? Are there any notes? Are there any
Other than that it's been that long, it looks exactly like it did the last time you were here.
Saffron, the key that you used to unlock the door, is it the magic lock on the door
No.
or okay.
It's the only key there is to this house.
But as you well know,
Not
you
anymore.
don't necessarily need a key to get in somewhere.
It's true.
But it
How
is
many
interesting.
entrances are there to this place?
There's 3. There's the door you came in. There's a door leaving out this side, out the back, into an alleyway where, the over here, where
Back of the kitchen.
where there's basically an alleyway where you can toss garbage and take out chamber pots and whatnot. And then at the end of the hallway, there's a door going out onto a porch.
Am I starting to feel like something is up? Like I'm starting to feel like suspicious of certain events might not have transpired in the way that I thought they might.
Yeah, you're wondering. You're like, you're definitely on edge at this point.
I say, watch your backs.
I already am.
Yeah, there's pretty much always some kind of horrible monster wherever we go. We probably should have
It's
warned you
true.
about that, but it's all right.
That's
they
fair,
haven't
yeah.
they haven't got this yet. Is there anything else you'd like to look at in this room, Saffron, or do you want to move on?
I think we should keep moving. But
Alright.
keep your weapons out.
Won't have
Oh.
to tell Stam twice.
I'll keep my shield out. I don't draw a sword unless something attacks us first.
I say, Monty, I can tell that you're a sweet soul, so maybe stay in the middle of all of us.
Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Okay.
Stam, just stay right at my back, please.
By sweet soul, she meant squishy.
Maybe
I am a hardy man, good sir.
maybe
I'm just not.
I'll protect you, Monty.
I take
Maybe-
out a feather that I've hit up my sleeve and kind of tickle him on the back of his neck.
Stop. You found where I'm taking this. Do I see any rats nearby, just by chance?
No.
Well, it's a good thing I stashed one from this.
Maybe
right, I'll save that joke for another time.
Maybe I should go in first. Yes, I think I'm the oldest and have the least to lose and the heaviest armor. So let's. I'll go in first.
Good idea, Siggy.
Yes. All right. And I will draw my shield
okay.
At this point, and it's anybody that hasn't seen it before. It's super polished on the inside. It's a mirror finish, so that I have to look at myself every time I have it out, just in case I have to make a decision. All right. I guess this one next, and I'll just go down to the next door that's on that same side.
Okay.
And
even though I'm at the door already, I'm gonna wait for everybody else to go in, and I'm gonna kind of guard the entrance.
All right. So as you open the door, there's nothing. It's a bedroom, and everybody will make their way in.
Yes.
And Stammen, are you gonna go in, or are you gonna kind of guard the hallway and just look through the door?
I was thinking I would just go inside the entrance.
Okay.
I'll keep kind of one eye out through the door and one eye in.
Okay. And as Saffron says the words in this enacts a periapt, 3 different illusions come up. One of Talolia, who is standing by the door, arms crossed, kind of leaning up against this table, and 2 of some robed figures, one laying on the bed and one sitting on the bed. And the one sitting on the bed says, "Thank you for your hospitality. But your partner is giving us pause. Her relationship with the magistrate is of some concern to us, and the fact that she will not fall in line. She does not have our beliefs, and she holds fast to the prankster god. Your station, even this house that you prize so much, depends on the next steps of our plan. You must get her in line. You must get her to join us, or there will be consequences. You will be ostracized and you will lose everything." And then that fades away.
Now, Saffron, hang on before you start to draw the obvious conclusion. Seems that Stolalia person might have been involved, but one has to question, how did you learn about this periapt? How sure are we of its
Veracity.
Veracity, yes.
I am 100% sure that this periapt tells the truth.
Yeah, but that ain't what he asked you, is it?
Are these arcana? Are these robed figures? Would I have any idea what they might be if I do an arcana?
Give me an arcana.
Or religion.
Sigismund,
maybe?
give me a religion. Monty, give me a history. Stammen, give me a history.
25.
Damn it. I rolled a freaking 19. You still kick my butt.
I've got the 12.
I have a +6 in arcana.
I have a +4 history, so you know what? We rolled
All
the
right.
same. That's nice.
So arcana.
Mine's a 7, so I got nothing.
So the 2 histories. Oh wait. So the 1 history and a religion failed. Saffron, you can take any of those rolls I mentioned: a history, a religion, or an arcana, whichever you would like to try and get information on.
Okay. Well, I have like a 0 on all of those things. So it's a 13. Yes.
All right. So the Arcana check, which was successful, you notice that the runes around the robe, and the rune, like these robes that they are wearing, are magical in some way, and also might help them as far as dealing with people casting magic at them. History check. You notice the emblem of Nu'ul on one of the robes. And I don't think we did not have a successful religion check. So
No.
Can I ask, did I, in my past, have I run across anything like this before? Or is this all new? Okay, so I say, I'm learning things as you are right now. Does anyone know who these people are?
Those robes were magical. Anti-magic, rather.
Yeah, and we had the symbol of Na'ul on it, so
Oh, that's not a good combination.
no. I'm glad we both noticed two different things. It would have helped if we had a third.
Saffron, so there is an interesting connection here, and I'm not accusing you, I'm not saying anything, but here we have Agents of Nu'ul, which I trust Monty's valuation of that. I would ask you again, where did your sources come from? Because you claim to know where the Book of Nu'ul is. Is it possible, and I'm not saying, in my mind, there are two possible things. Either you have connections to the Church of Nu'ul, and you are leading us into some sort of weird, elaborate trap that doesn't make a lot of sense. Or whoever gave you that might have had some connections to the Church of Nu'ul, even if they were a spy. But it seems that book has taken on more gravitas than simply a carrot at the end of the stick, yes?
How well did you know the magistrate?
I mean, I knew him very, very well for an amount of time 20 years ago, 10 years ago, probably. But I haven't spoken to him within the last 5-6 years before he passed away.
Yeah, it was probably 20 years ago that you were on campaign with him before he came back to Darkenhaven.
I will tell you this. I imagine before the end of the night, you will find out more than you could possibly imagine about who he was. In terms of the book, I don't mind telling you that the high elf who worked for the Baron is the one I received this book from.
And who told you? I'm assuming that you are claiming then that the Magistrate had some connection to Nu'ul. Who told you this information? The same person?
This would be a question for the GM because I'm
So
not quite sure.
I guess I'm not understanding what you're asking. That the magistrate had some connection to Nu'ul.
Well, it just seems that's where she's leading.
I agree. I think that's where this is heading. I'm worried about it.
I will say
I think he's her father.
I think,
but it's
oh,
fine.
that's fantastic.
You know what? Let's continue collecting evidence before we make any calls. But
I wink at.
There you go again with that reasoned approach.
Yeah, I give Dulcinea. I give her a little wink. It's the first levity I felt all evening after walking into this house. But I say, let's not assume that all these threads are connected. Let's see how this evening plays out. As I said, I don't even know everything that we are uncovering here.
Okay. There's just a lot of threads from previous missions that we've gone on that are coming together here. But let's keep an open mind and see.
It's almost as if the fates are leading you to a certain conclusion.
I go.
I'm also going to, as we go into the next room, Corey, I'm going to keep an eye on Saffron to see if she's doing any other spells, just to make sure. I don't necessarily mistrust her, but Just exploring all options.
I don't mistrust
Alright.
her. However, I'm going to do something that I would absolutely do for someone I don't trust.
So we're making. It's not
Yeah.
It's not even that I mistrust her. It's that this is murder. This is her mother's murder, and this needs to be investigated very carefully and clearly, especially now that Newell is involved. So I am going to very, very carefully examine all of these facts. To the next
All
room,
right.
Saffron. Do you think there is anything else to be gained here?
As he's eyeing me, I like side eye him back, and then I wink.
You
Chick
have
is gonna
something
wink
about
back.
that.
and then I pull a flower out of my pocket and hand it to him.
I'll take it and tuck it into the my
Tuck
jacket.
it behind his ear.
You just
Yeah.
hear Monty just goes, "Oh, I didn't get one."
I pull another one out and throw it back to him.
Oh, it's got thorns. God, dang, should have known.
There will be
What?
flowers enough for everyone when we solve this case. We'll all have a big celebration.
Okay, so you leave that room and head to another room.
Yes, just the next one down the hall there, please.
Yes.
Oh, can I? Sorry, I should have asked. In the last room, did it look lived in? Like it looked like it'd been slept in very recently. I'm assuming.
No, this room actually, I'm not gonna have you roll insider investigation. It looks like a guest room that hasn't been used recently.
Okay.
Okay, so this wasn't her.
They made
parents'
their
room.
bed.
This wasn't the main bedroom. This was the guest bedroom. I'm
Yeah.
seeing. Okay.
All right.
Dulcinea is just going to trot down and take a look around.
Yeah, and I will go in first as well, just in case something jumps out.
Okay.
She's not worried about it.
All right, and Saffron goes in. Again at the door, or step in inside the door.
I'll go just inside.
Okay, let's make room for you.
He
there.
likes to keep an eye in the hallway.
Okay.
I do.
You say the words and a vision begins. There is a Jilsa like kneeling by the bed, and there is a young girl about age 10 who is laying in bed.
It is probably
Aw.
relatively recognizable.
Holy
Relatively
cow.
recognizable.
She could be your younger sister.
and in low tones, Jilsa is saying, "My darling, I don't feel like it is safe for you here any longer. I have to send you to live with your father. Tomorrow we will leave, and I'll take you to Boogerton, and we will leave you there, and then I will come for you once I have figured out what it is that ails my love. I will come for you, but for now you have to stay with him." And then they fade.
Do you remember this, Saffron?
I say yes. I'd forgotten it, but now I feel so much. And like I'm a little overwhelmed, and is there a chair that I can go like sit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
Monty
second.
will
Right there.
definitely like kind of bring her over to the chair. Just kind of recognizing almost the shock and like revelation going in her eyes, and just knowing that okay, we need to make sure she's in a safe place right now as she's processing all of this
I'm
memory that wasn't there.
And I'm realizing for the first time I'm connecting the dots that there was another reason I was sent away it had never occurred to me before. So I thought that she had left or sent me away because she just wanted to be alone with her lover, and now here it is that maybe I was actually in danger all along.
Saffron, how old were you when your mother was killed?
I was 10 when I was sent away, and I don't quite remember how old I was when was it shortly after that, Corey?
It was years later. Like
years later. Okay.
You probably saw her 3 or 4 times between when you were sent away and you found out that she was murdered.
Okay. Yeah, it was years after this that after we drifted, I barely ever got to see her again. So
that is very sad and hard. I'm sorry for that. But your stepmother, do you remember much about her? I know you were very young, but
Corey, how much interaction did I have with Tololia at that time?
You lived there for a few years, and you had a great relationship with her.
Okay.
Until the end. There, you do recall now that there was they fought a lot. The end. Yeah.
I said, yeah. When I was younger, it was amazing, and then before I got sent away, they were constantly bickering, and I thought it was because of me. I thought that's why I got sent away, and I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And I say, I'll be honest, the pie gag was my idea.
Very good. It's cute.
What if this whole thing is an elaborate gag?
Stammen, just because I got you those 3 different times while we were in lockdown doesn't mean that I'm always out to try and trick you.
Maybe she was just trying to cheer you up too.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking maybe your mother was playing a trick on you. I mean, she did teach you everything.
I believe we need to take this somewhere else at the moment.
Cheeks be with you. And her mom jumps out right now and says, "You got it." No, I'm just I haven't been dead all these years.
And that's the end of episode 11.
Season finale.
I'm just considering every possibility, that's all.
I say, I don't think that my mother was the kind who would necessarily traumatize me as a child to play a prank on me as a 25.
That'd be more like a Feyari prank at that point. Yeah.
My God, Mandy, I'm so sorry for asking these questions that you probably don't know the answer to, but I'm going to ask one more.
Okay.
When you saw your mother in the few times that you saw her after you left, yes, did she seem to act the same? Were things more tense? Was her relationship with you different? Do you remember it all? Because if you don't, you might not remember.
I feel like he's playing therapist here.
Yeah, that would be a GM check, I think. How was our relationship?
I think that they were brief. She always tried to spoil you, but they were just these brief interactions over a lunch or to see a show or something.
Listen, I loved my mother so much when I was younger, but everything after I left was clouded in anger. I don't have fond memories of my mother after she sent me away to live in a place I hated.
And I understand to an extent where you're coming from. My parents were killed when I was about that age, and I got sent to I got taken in by some very kindly paladins and clerics of Radian, and my life became a living hell for the next, 10, 15 years before I got my first commission. So I understand it's
passed
tough.
him another flower.
No, it's fine. The Harmonia dealt me what I was dealt, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what?
Sometimes life with your parents is a living hell too. So
I couldn't imagine.
All
yes,
sunshine and roses.
Absolutely. I mean, I got to play with swords when I was like 15. It was really cool. But let's maybe continue. But it's a dark picture we're getting here, isn't it, guys?
It's only gonna get darker.
All right. Let's just stay at this end of the hall and go to the other room there. Oh no, wait. Yes, just across the hall. I think. You guys okay with that?
Yeah, let's go towards the entrance first. Let's go up here.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go there. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, I like this rug.
Welcome, Raiders.
Oh no, a rug!
Hello, Raiders.
What's it hiding?
Welcome in, guys.
Immediately check under the rug.
Oh no, not another rug. Hey, is there a murder basement down there?
No murder dungeons below this house.
Before we do anything, can I flip open the rug and see if my secret hiding spot is still there?
Yes. You flip up the rug in the bathroom, and there is your little compartment is there.
Is there drugs in there, Saffron?
I pull out a bunch of like childish magic tricks and other types of prankster type things, including the one with the thumb that comes off.
Gives Monty a jar of peanut brittle.
Yeah.
Prince Alfred in a can.
How'd you know there was oh God, no. Oh, you got me real good on that one. I gotta put my heart back in my chest, just like these snakes in that peanut brittle.
All right. I'll just do that. You are in a bathroom. There's a big bathtub. As you say the words, you see Jilsa appear, and she is in the bathtub. And
don't look, boys.
Too
late.
Talolia
That's my mother.
is standing next to the bathtub, and Jilsa has a blank expression on her face, and she says, I'm not feeling well. And she is holding a cup, and it kind of tumbles out of her hand and onto the floor between them. And Talolia, you see a tear roll down her face, and she says, I am so sorry, my love. I am so sorry. Awareness comes over Jilsa, and she says, Is this because of that cult? And the tear and the sorrow in Talolia's face disappears and is replaced by anger. And she says, they are not a cult. We stand for something better than your god of jokes. We stand for something that is going to change everything. Why? Why must you always play tricks and get in our way? And she is furious, and she grabs around Jilsa's neck and just pushes her under the water. Jilsa cannot resist. Her body is very lethargic and limp. She tries to thrash a little bit, but you can see that, like, basically the strength has gone out of her.
I'll try to stand between Saffron and this if I can when I start seeing that happen.
I say, no, I want to see this.
And Talolia's tears begin to again. Her anger is still on her face, but now it's this mixture of rage and sorrow, and she's holding Jilsa under the water until she stops moving, and then lets her up. Walks over to this chair where Dulcinea is standing in front of. You might. It's kind of eerie as she walks past, so Dulcinea and Stammen kind of move out of the way. And she just sits there and sobs and says, nothing, Lord, take this from me. Take this as you will take everything, please. And then the vision fades.
Just out of character, I would like to remind you that the Nothing Lord and the things that they stand for are nothing. They don't stand for something. Yeah. They stand for literal nothing.
and I need to point out here. that you're always in a murder investigation got to investigate the person that they're living with, the victim.
Sure. Are you okay, Saffron?
Is the chair that she was sitting in, is it still there in that bathroom?
Yep.
Is it small enough that I could take it and slam it over the bathtub in a very aggressive, angry type of manner?
Yep.
I do that.
All right. You basically break apart the chair, right? And small cracks line the bathtub.
I'd like to go over and grab her by the shoulders. Saffron, now is not the time.
You did not just see your mother's murder.
I did about 25, 30 years ago, though. What I'm saying is, I will tell you that there is a time for this, and I will help you tear this entire place to the ground if you want. But for now, we need to figure out what else happened and if it's still going on here. Because then we can focus that rage and onto something that actually matters.
The cultists.
I yank away from him and storm out the door.
Oh, shit.
Monty's gonna follow right away.
This is not the time to lose control. We still have another room to investigate.
Yeah, I'm walking to
but
that
also
room.
there's a processing time that needs to happen, and we can give her at least that.
I'm telling you, if a demon jumps out of here and she's in a blind rage, that's how people get hurt.
That's what you're here for, Siggy.
No, but what I'm saying is when you're in a battle, there's no time to lose control of emotions unless that's your fighting style. But it's okay. She'll be okay.
So Monty follows right behind Saffron and just so you know, I'm still here. I will let you say what you need, do what you need, but I'm here.
I pop out a flower and pass it back to him.
It's got more thorns. This one, how did you get the thorns?
And Corey, weirdly out of character, I'll draw my sword at this point.
Okay.
I could use these as a weapon instead of my stinking talking.
You walk into a ornate master bedroom, and let's try and get everybody not on top of
Yeah, and
There we go.
I've got the hammer of light out.
Hammer of light is out. Saffron, you're barely able to get the words out correctly. You're just so
Shaking.
overwhelmed at this point. And the vision begins, and you see Talolia standing next to the bureau on the other side of the bed. She's kind of putting things into it, and through the window comes this lady. Stammond, this lady is familiar to you.
Yeah.
You recognize her as someone about 7-8 years ago came to Darkenhaven. When you were still kind of in the circles of your father's friends, on the upper crust of society, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
She came to Darkenhaven, made herself a fortune in trading and working with different sailors and different merchants on the docks. And you know her as Civ Strawscythe, but she has been missing now for about 5 years.
Wow.
And you also putting timelines together from the information that Saffron has said about when she left and the times that she saw her mother. This woman has been missing since about the time of when this murder of Talolia happened.
Corey, can we just real quick go back to that last scene for just a second? Did they look
Yes.
any older, or did they look the same
Yes.
age?
So they looked older.
Okay.
They looked older, but give or take, 5-6 years.
Okay.
I
I was just curious if another woman had been masquerading as Saffron's mother for a few years. That's why I was asking those weird, how are they interacting, that kind of thing.
Yep. Nope. They had been. They were older, and here, Talolia looks a couple years older than that. So this lady comes through the window. Talolia turns around and looks at her. You. First you tried to take my wealth. Then you put a lien on my house. And now you and she folds over as Civ's blade stabs into her chest. Civ backs away and watches her as she falls to the ground, slowly gasping for air. Then Civ steps over her body, reaches in to the bureau or the end table, grabs something from within the end table, and goes out the door. Or goes out the window, sorry. And then the scene fades.
I hold in my hand what she grabbed, or I hold it, it's on my chest, it's my pendant of the Agent of Jinx. And I say, that is the woman who killed Talolia. And I'm the one who's done the time for the murder.
Were there any holy symbols or markings or anything like that, organizational markings on this woman as she appeared?
Civ?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No, give me an insight check.
I've got
Matter of fact,
go ahead.
Everybody give me an insight check.
13.
Not high enough.
Nope.
Not high enough.
No. That's going to be a...
we know nothing.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, that's a 4. That's a 4.
None of you notice anything other than other than what the picture kind of shows, and that there's nothing really, no religious symbols, no like trading guild symbols, nothing to kind of give you any idea that she might be part of a larger organization of any sort.
Does anybody recognize her? Obviously you do, Saffron. What do you know about that?
That was Civ Strawscythe. I explained to them what I know.
I say, she hired me for some work a while ago and promised to give me the pendant, which is how I obtained it. No one has seen her since this night, interestingly enough. The magistrate decided to lock me up because I had the pendant. So.
Did she say anything about why she was giving it to you?
Because I did work for her.
But she didn't say where she got it, or?
No, some things I'm not privy to, unfortunately.
So there's a couple of ways to look at this, right? She did take revenge on the woman who killed your mother.
It was quite satisfying to watch, I will say.
All right.
Although now I am kind of wondering if that revenge really held out. If there was even a murder here. Because again, I wipe my finger along the master dresser suite and say, somebody has been living here for the last 5 years.
And as she says that, you hear the the door you came in through open.
And here they
hear
are.
A woman's voice that you have heard before many times in this house, the voice of Talolia. And she says, someone is here. The door was unlocked. Spread out, find out who has come into my house.
All right, well, we all agree
And
that...
Stammen, you see a bunch of cultists coming down the hallway. They see you, and it's initiative time. Let me roll in it.
I've been itching for a fight.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Monty, you may want to stay in the room.
I'm going to yell at them from a distance.
Hey, Mandy,
He's gonna
most
use
of the time
harsh
he rolls
language.
initiative for us.
Yep.
So if you roll
so-
bad, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
I rolled a cocked first, and then I rolled a 2, so this works out for me.
you got a 7 instead of a 2. All right. So
Oh, God, I rolled way better on the program. I mean, I rolled exactly the same. How convenient.
Stammen, you see, you can't
We
see
got
the woman yet.
company.
You can see a bunch of cultists, and they see you, and they start heading down the hallway. Dulcinea, you hear that from the other room. You're up first.
Dulcinea's gonna pop out into the hallway and take a shot with her crossbow.
I got everybody. Hold on.
At whoever's in front. That guy there.
This guy here. All right.
Yeah.
An 18 is a hit.
Okay. Find the correct die.
I gotta start taking some notes on damage.
4.
Four points to that cultist on that end. All right. Hit the begin combat button. There we go. And now it is Stammened.
All right. I am gonna make my way
Downtown.
past Dulcinea and just a little bit farther down the hallway where I can get within range. Yeah, that ought to do it. And open fire on that cultist in front. First, I'm gonna.
Just playing that trick.
That's gonna. The 16 hit.
Yes.
16 hits. All right. And
All
then
the delays in Stammen's speech is my prank on him, making it difficult to talk.
see, I'm not
Stammen
hearing
is
any
done.
delays. So, all right. While I'm aiming that shot, I'm pulling the other fusel out with my left, and I drop it on the floor and I curse. But I do hit. I do hit for 9 damage on the hammer of light.
Okay.
Yeah, on
Hammer
the
of light.
one in front.
Ooh, darling, this is nice. We haven't had a chance to do this yet, honey.
I know.
So-
It feels good, doesn't it?
Monty, you're up.
All
He's
right.
gonna
yeah.
throw harsh language at them.
Well, first he's going to throw some inspiring language to Saffron and say, "Go get him, girl. You got it." And so you're going to have bardic inspiration. So whenever in the next, whatever, it's going to be fine for this combat. You'll have a 1d6, I believe, for you could roll 1d6 at any point to improve ability checks, attacks, saving throws. So we'll do that, and then
And you can wait till after the roll to decide if you want to spend it.
you just have to know it before the outcome. So if you're like,
Yeah.
ooh, a
Got it.
14, is that going to make it? Just to be safe,
Right.
kind of deal. Yeah. And so the next thing, it's he's going to step on out and say, "You guys better watch out. We got some firepower on our side." And my good old friend over
Trash
here,
talking.
yeah, trash talking, because I'm not doing anything. So I'm gonna definitely vicious mockery that guy. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw. So he needs to beat a 14 wisdom.
Oh, that's a 12.
Haha, take that. That's the second attack, right? I get 2 vicious mockery. No, okay. That's a grand old 3 damage, and then Monty pops into the other room out of anyone's firing range. He just like runs across the hallway and he's like, "Watch out, we got firepower." You got this.
Okay.
He's pulling
And
a
he's
Scooby.
got disadvantage on his next attack throw or attack roll.
Yes.
And that'll be Monty's turn. Very effective in combat.
I think you demotivated them, Monty. Is that what you were going for?
Yeah, I know how to use words to inspire and demolish.
All right. That cultist is going to begin casting at Stammened. Oh, that's an 18 on the die. I'm sure that hits you, right? 22.
22 hits, yeah.
All right. So he begins casting, and this basically you see as he's casting, it's almost as if ribbons cut him, and you can see through parts of his arms as he's casting, and then he shoots it basically looks like some weird disturbance in the air as it flies towards you, and take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
As you feel this wave kind of pass over you.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that.
Damn! Be careful.
Yeah, that hurt.
You still have that
Alright.
dagger?
I do.
This cultist will do the same towards Dulcinea, and that is a 16. Does that hit?
It meets, yeah.
All right, and you take 6
Ow.
necrotic as a wave flies at you. And then this one,
Siggy, help!
he asks the Nothing Lord for help and heals himself.
You still have firepower on our side, friend.
All right, and then Talolia walks around the corner in front of all the cultists. She looks around at all of the at all of the people. She can see Dulcinea, Stamond, and she sees kind of halfway through the door.
Wait, where's she at? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Halfway through the door, she sees Monty, and she points at Monty and says, "Ah, yes, the brave up front and the one in the back cowers. Let the Nothing Lord take you. Give me a wisdom save, please."
Oh, shit. Oh, buddy boo. Let's see how this goes. Oh, no. That's a 5.
5 is a failure.
You
and
sure?
those who can see Monty, which is everybody but Sigismund at this point, the description I gave of those ribbons that kind of came through that guy's arms and made you be able to see through them, they engulf Monty and basically strip him away, and Monty ceases to exist.
Monty!
I'm going to be muted for a little while.
Oh, thank God. I mean, no!
Remember me.
All
and then
right.
and a single flower just falls and hits the ground.
With its thorns.
All right.
It just actually sticks into the door.
This cultist seeing her, he will
Right.
actually move up in front of her.
Corey, where is she on the map? I'm sorry, I can't see her.
She is
am I-
between. Maybe if I hide her and make her visible again for you.
She's the one that isn't where
She's
it's
right by
here.
the stairwell.
Okay.
As
See where
we
the
all
pings are
start
Saffron and
thinking,
Sigismund, you might want to get out here.
You guys are in the way.
I'm very little. You can go right over me.
I'll go in here in a minute.
And a 13, Stammen, does that hit you?
13 misses.
All right, so his bolt of wave stuff misses you.
Void ribbons.
Void
I
ribbons.
like that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, void ribbons.
if only
Catch that
Monty
up,
could
Phineas?
avoid the ribbons.
Saffron.
Sorry, I don't see her on the. I'm looking on the Twitch stream. Am I looking at the wrong?
Yes,
map?
look at Forge.
Oh, I don't think I have Forge. I don't know where it's at. I'm so sorry.
Did we not send her the Foundry link? Uh-oh. It's okay. Theater of the mind. She's about,
Okay, yes. So sorry. Sorry,
she's
I'm
about
like.
25 feet in front of you.
Right next to the
She's
stairwell.
So was a Twitch stream not zoomed in enough or zoomed in too far? or
No,
something?
it hasn't caught up yet.
Yeah, I think it's.
No, he's
It
just
hasn't
not seeing
caught
it.
up yet. No.
Also, the spot where she's at is, I think your Foundry is frozen, Eric. You might
So
refresh.
look in Zoom and see if you can join that game there, and Pam can get you in to that part. Sorry, technical difficulties, of course.
But the one on Twitch, there we go. Now the one in Twitch is updated. Mandy, if you want to look there.
But then it might be a good
Okay.
time for a break.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I
Why
think
don't
he
we
was
go ahead and
frozen.
take our break? We usually take it before we start this, but man, this was so fun to get rid of Monty. So we're going to take a break and come back in 10
Where'd you
minutes.
say Monty dies?
Oh, I guess I gotta go to my backup.
All right, welcome back. And let me recap a little bit. I'm not going to recap the whole story because there's a lot of stuff. But immediately, just what happened is Talolia, who is supposed to be dead, and a bunch of cultists have come back into the house, realized that the door was unlocked, and immediately saw Stammen. And so battle ensued. Talolia cast some weird void ribbon spell on Monty, who ceased to exist. And so a single red rose falls to the ground where he once stood, and the ribbons of nothingness tore him apart. We are now on Saffron's turn. Saffron, what do you do?
So from inside the bathroom, the bedroom where we are, I'm going to pull the hood, as a bonus action, pull the hood over my head and do a quick disguise to hopefully not be seen. I rolled a 21.
Okay, 21 is your disguise.
Yes.
All right. And
And then I will step out into the hallway and loose an arrow from my short bow. At
right over Dulcinea's head.
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing I'm short.
Short, exactly. I know this is okay. I'm shooting at the cultist right in front of Talolia.
Okay.
And that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then
Light him up.
that's a 7 damage.
All right, seven damage on that cultist. Also, you notice as you come through the door that there is a single red rose laying in the doorway to your old bedroom when you lived here. Give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh.
Hold on. As I awkwardly try and find my. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's a 12. Oh, I'll do good.
A 12. You recall giving that rose to someone you don't know who you gave it to. Monty, put a failure on your death save track, please.
Oh!
You did.
Sigismund, you're up.
I'll step out into the hallway.
Remember me.
Push out past
It's like a little bit of Jeff Goldblum as the fly.
All right, as you step into the hallway, Sigismund,
Really just read a
go
book
ahead and
about a
get
girl
this out
who
of the
never
way.
got remembered.
You do not see. Roll me a William save. Oh, wisdom save.
William save.
It's William. Why does he always save?
You didn't know this, but I
call him Bill Save because I know him far
plus
less.
13 to my William. So
If my middle wait, Corey, if my middle name is William, do I get an extra success?
I rolled a 19.
A 19. That is a
Yes.
save. Monty, give yourself a success on your death saves.
Oh.
As you now remember, hey, where's Monty? Take your action.
Then I turn around and look at them and say, "What have you done to Monty? What have you done to my friend?" And then I will just charge in.
Yeah, they killed him.
Do you know the thing that always happens with cults? They fail. There has never been a single successful cult in the history of Viathan. Why do you do this? And then, do I have enough movement to make an attack and get there, or am I out?
Hold on just a second. Let me tell you.
I think I'm out. I think I had to double move to get there.
That would have been 35.
Yeah, so I'll just...
Well, no, you could have cut the corner and kind of,
Okay.
Yeah, you could have made it there. If you got a 30 move.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you could have made it there because you could have kind of jostled aside the other two and went straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really easy to get over.
Yeah,
so I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna strike.
Is that what all your old boyfriends say?
I'm gonna
Is
strike.
that what all your old boyfriends say?
I'm gonna take that infusion away.
I'm gonna strike with the blunt of my blade. Corey.
Okay.
This guy's in
All
a
right.
cult. He may not be. Oh my god. Well, that's a critical.
Yeah.
Show of hands and who's surprised.
So, how do we do crits on this show again, Corey?
Double dice. Double
Roll
dice.
twice. Oh god, that's an 8 and a 7.
Destroy him.
15 plus 4 strength mod, so 19 points of subdual damage.
Yes.
Just for retrospect, that would have taken me 10
Tell us
turns.
how he's subdued, Sigismund.
So as
That
I walk
sounds-
up to him and I walk up to him and say, I know that you have been taken in by a power
He's
that you
gonna
don't
talk him to
understand. And
Just
you do
like
not
Monty.
deserve death
That's
for
my
this.
thing.
And then I'll just real matter of factly go up like I'm gonna cut him in half, and then when he blocks it, I just boop, just with the pommel of the sword. It's between the eyes, and he just.
All right. So he is
Concussed.
And then I'll look at her and go, "You're
TBI.
next."
he is out.
Save her for. I won't say the name. I catch myself before I say the name.
That's the plan, is to save her. But I do want to scare this girl.
Okay, so that is the end of the round. So let me.
Seriously, whoever it is that's rolling awful somewhere on the planet to balance me out, I apologize.
It doesn't help.
Well,
It's not
All
my
right.
fault.
it's on the initiative.
So we rerolled initiative. This cultist here sees his friend go down, draws a dagger, and I'm on the wrong tool. Still on the wrong tool. Why can't I?
Oh no.
moved it? Is that the right tool? There it is. All right. He moves up, drawing 2 daggers, and attacks Sigismund. The first one is a 13,
Nope.
and the second one is a 19.
That hits.
All right. So he stabs you with the dagger. That is 4 points of damage, and give me a con save, please.
Absolutely. 12?
12 does it.
Oh.
As you feel some kind of weird oil on the dagger run out of the wound.
I'll shout back at him. There's some kind of poison. Be careful.
And that was his 2 attacks. Stammened. You hear Sigismund come out of the room and say, "What have you done to Monty? Give me a wisdom save, please." At advantage, because somebody just said a name that sounds familiar to you.
Remember me.
Monty the Motivator. I just got an 18.
Hey.
All right, so mark another success on your death save there.
Done.
Your turn, Stammen.
Time to die, you privy bucket. And I unload with the hammer of light. And that is a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay. And then with the other one, 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. At least we got one.
Must be nice getting 2 attacks in a round.
I don't know either.
Or just a round in general and not being poofed off into some abyss.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Sorry. All right. 8 points of damage. Oh, wait. And I get an extra d4. 9 points of damage on that guy.
Okay. And that's this guy here?
Yeah, he already took damage, didn't he?
Nope.
But he healed himself.
Yeah.
He healed himself.
He healed himself. Actually, no, that's enough. I had the wrong guy. So he...
So the privy bucket goes down.
He goes down.
Dear Lord.
All right.
Get him, Stam.
Talolia
Just give me another one.
sees that she's up against a more formidable group, steps back up here as she looks at Dulcinea and says,
Uh-oh.
"May the Nothing Lord take you. Give me a save, please."
Oh, God damn it.
I can't like step in the way of that, can I?
No. Is that a 3? She holding up 3 fingers like this?
Oh no.
So
right.
remember that time you're like, sorry for whoever on the other side of the planet whose luck you're stealing? I think we know whose luck has been stolen.
And I
And
swear,
then, you know what? This has been going on since we started playing together. So.
and that's the thing is like you would think, well, he's rolling his dice, physical dice. He could be fudging the numbers. On affordables, I rose digital dice that you could see them, and I crit about 25% of the time.
That's not how
and
dice
I
are
crit
supposed
fail
to be
about
nice.
25% of the time. So
All right, that was Talolia's turn. This cultist steps in front of her and cast one of those things at Sigismund. That's a 12 as this weird stuff shoots out.
It's the shield.
Dulcinea does not exist. Unconscious. Saffron, something just happened in front of you.
money.
Give me a wisdom save at advantage because it
Oh,
literally,
thank you.
literally right in front of you, you saw
I
someone
rolled a
disappear.
Oh God, do that saves.
Oh my God, I just rolled one twice.
Oh
I am not shitting. Oh, sorry, kidding you.
no, you can totally cuss on this, and we do all the time.
Okay,
All right, well,
That's actually what it
Dulcinea,
was.
this is
Holy
going in
fuck.
dice jail. I am so sorry.
And Dulcinea is going into the abyss.
2 crits in a row. That's 4 failed death.
I'm not going to
It's
count it
all
as 2
Matt's
failed
fault.
death saves. I'm not going to count it as 2 failed death saves. Only 1 failed death
I
save.
appreciate that.
Saffron, before you take your turn, you also are eyeing that rose laying on the floor, and it's bugging you.
Mandy, you're gonna kill Monty.
And Sigismund just said the name Monty, which I'll give you another.
Monty did also
save.
inspire you,
Advantage.
so maybe you feel something. I don't know.
Yes. Okay, I can deal. Wait, is 16?
16 does it. Is that your third
Yay!
save there?
That's my
Monty?
third.
All right, Monty reappears next to Saffron.
Who am I?
Goodness.
Where are we?
And Monty, you have this feeling like
Oh.
it was the last few seconds. You can't recall the last few seconds. You just have this horrible feeling.
I'm gonna be sick.
Just not.
Oh,
Yeah, you have this.
God, I'm
So
gonna be sick.
anything you do this round is at disadvantage because
Oh,
you basically
God.
didn't exist until just now. Saffron, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know Forge. How far can 30 feet of movement get me?
That will get you up to on the other side of those 2 unconscious cultists, basically.
Well, and one dead.
Okay. One's dead.
One's
Okay.
dead. The
Yeah,
one on the right's
one's-
dead.
Yeah,
One's dead, one's unconscious.
that's fine. I'll move
Dead.
up. Can I flank the one that's not dead?
Yes. Yep.
Yes, I'll move up, flank, and then I will hit him
And
twice.
it's unconscious. It's
He
laying
is.
unconscious on the ground.
He's prone and out.
I broke
Oh.
his skull. And
Is
he's
one
just
of them-
unconscious.
Is one of them not unconscious? Is one of them?
The one
one
right
in
in
front
front
of
of
The
you.
one in front of
Awesome.
you.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna hit him twice with my rapier.
Do it.
All right.
Okay, at advantage.
Go get him, girl.
Thank you. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Okay, so that is 11 damage on that
All
one.
right.
Wow.
And then does a 15 hit?
15 hits.
Okay, that is going to be another 5 damage.
And she didn't even have to use Lotus
All
of
right.
Blades.
I would, but I don't want to hurt you guys. There's only 3 of us on the board right now. So
That always
We
aimed
just got
it.
Monty back.
Monty, you're up and you're at
Now,
disadvantage at whatever
Mandy.
you do.
You
What?
can choose, instead of just being a circle, you can choose to make it a
You-
cone.
You can cone it.
Oh, I just learned something new.
Yeah.
Matt used it
Lana
very
got
effectively on
coned.
the.
Okay.
And they're all in front of you.
I know.
Cone them.
And also, if you want to hit me, Mandy, I give you permission.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see
I'm
where
not
we're
there
at.
anyway, so.
Yes.
I am not happy not being existing or something like that. That was definitely not grammatically correct, but that's okay. Monty just
loved it.
See,
words
as-
didn't exist just up until
as you
moments ago.
exit the room, as you exit the room into the hallway to join with your companions, you feel like somebody might be missing. Give me a wisdom save. You don't get advantage.
Did I see
you know what this
Dulcinea
is
when I was
like.
in the void?
The nothingness had us.
Yeah, we were
assume
just
the void
like
is
chilling
very
out in the nothingness together, right? That's how it works. That is a 10.
Okay, then that is 2 failed death saves.
Oh!
All right. Yeah, now take your turn.
I feel like I'm
Hang
forgetting
on, I'm
something.
gonna get my notebook so I can start writing a new character.
Hey, Monty.
Yeah,
You
Yes.
yeah.
not
You should
suck
really
as a
be
free
sensitive to
action?
that.
You know, I really feel like there's something I'm missing, and it's bothering the crap out of me. I don't like this whatsoever. But what I see, some people have been hurt, right? Nearby.
Yes.
Who's got damage right now?
I've taken 4.
Stamin's taken 8, I think.
I'm only 2 below my max, though. I had temporary, so
Oh,
Yeah,
so
don't
everyone's
sweat
fine.
me, right?
So,
yeah.
vicious mockery. That's. Yeah, we'll just do a vicious Colin mockery. It's fine. Oh, that's not
Captain
the red
Hair?
buttons. And yeah, the person who banished me to nothingness. I'm just gonna yell at her and be like, "Your magic's got nothing on me." Thanks for
Yeah.
17 to save.
Son of a bitch.
She's probably pretty wise.
My
Monty.
magic's got nothing on you.
Also, save her from Andy.
I would just be like, if anything, I do chip damage. Like I do nothing significant.
All
All
right.
right, I guess you're okay now.
And that
My
was
turn.
your turn.
Play to your strengths, Monty.
Sigismund.
Oh, actually, can I bardic inspiration someone?
Yes, as your bonus. Yep.
Stammer, thanks for the inspirational pep talk. Here you go. Just like tap him on the
All
shoulder.
right.
Be like,
Thanks, my
bardic
friend.
inspiration.
I'll put it to good use.
I hope it's better than what I do.
All right,
Glad you're
Sigismund.
back.
You,
I left?
you glance over your shoulder, and Monty has returned, but someone else is missing. Give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh, wait, was it a
Uh,
wisdom save?
Yes.
17.
17.
add a
You have
modifier.
one success on your death save track.
Still alive. Sort of.
All right. And then it's my go?
Yep.
I'm going to run up in flanking with, to get to where I can flank with our good friend here, and I'm going to say, don't worry about them. You go for the boss. And can I get flanking there? For some advantages?
Yeah, take advantage. Go ahead.
Holy shit, I critical again, Corey.
No!
I'd like a turn.
20.
Is this a rule? Is there a rule
Okay,
against this?
next
Hang
crit,
on.
can he give it to me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
can we
tell
pay
you.
it
Can't see
forward?
anything. It's all green, man.
Here, I'm gonna turn my thing off so that everybody can see this. Where is my mouse?
He rolled the dice before he turned off the camera. He just
These dice are loaded. These are loaded dice. And Pam, I want you to know that my double ones was no reflection on how I feel about you, because I love you.
There is the critical in my nifty tabletop dice tray.
Oh, I want one of them.
Matt.
That's a nice dice tray. Where'd that come from?
You can get those from C4 Labs, I believe is what they're called.
C4 Labs.
C4
Those are nice
Labs.
dice trays.
They are very nice dice trays. Okay,
I
so
hear they're
let's just
booming
go with this and see if
C4.
I can roll.
I got it. I got it.
Welcome, Raiders.
That's only a 4 on the first one. 10, 14 points of damage.
All right,
Subdue
14.
again.
All right.
And that's all I can do. And I'll just be like,
That's all I can do.
it's just a small
right.
critical. It's fine.
So he's gonna pull his 2 daggers and stab at you. 17. 17 hit you, Sigismund?
No,
All
it's a
right.
19 to hit me. 17 without my shield.
All right. And
He's our
critical.
tank.
I'm gonna
Critical!
get you back for that one. I'm
No, we
gonna get
got
you
it.
back for that one.
We got it.
Monty is so useless.
You're here for moral support. That's
So
what
it-
matters.
Yeah, apparently that's all I'm good
9
for.
and a fort save, please.
Whew. How much?
Or con save.
I know what you were talking about. I'm old
Yep,
too.
yep.
It's a 20 on the fort save.
All right. Con save. Yep.
I'm
Con
an
save,
old man.
fort save, whatever.
And how much
he's
damage?
rolling a crit again.
9.
You say 9? Okay.
Yep.
I'm in a little bit of bad shape now.
All right, and
There you go, Monty.
I got something to do. I have a job.
roll.
Oh,
right.
I'm way down in the list.
Dulcinea, you
Oh,
are not
You remember
existing
yourself.
right now. So I'm gonna try and get you to remember yourself. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh shit.
Only you
Yours
can
does
save
not count
yourself.
against you if you don't remember yourself. It's a free
Only
roll
you
to see
could
if you get.
prevent forgetting things.
I got a 20.
Yay! So that's 2 and 2.
yay!
Hopefully somebody remembers you. And
Does that
if
just give
somebody
us
does pull you
advantage?
back, we'll put you at the end of the round. Remind me at the end of the round that you will get to go if you come back.
Also, Monty, I don't want to hear you complain about turn order. I have been last every single.
That was me the last time I played. I had 3s and 4s for initiative. I think 5 was like where I capped out, where I had a 10 at one point, but then I was like right back
All right.
down to 5, 4, 3. It was
The one that just stabbed you is going to try and stab you again.
Oh my gosh.
That one's a
excellent?
19,
that hit.
and that is 3 points. And the second bonus action attack is not a 19. Not enough. Okay.
You still have
and
something to do, Monty.
give me a con save.
Fortitude save incoming. 17.
17 does it. All right, that's that cultist. That cultist snores real loud. Saffron, your turn.
Okay. Is there a way I could do my?
Oh, now
Lotus.
that you're close, hold on. I got to roll something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I
Uh-oh.
don't like that. Or do I like it?
Recognize you.
I wouldn't
you
like
don't
it
like
either
it.
if I were you.
You see recognition in Talolia's face as you close. And I'll tell you what she does on her turn, but you see recognition on her face.
As I see recognition on her face and accept my fate, I smirk at her.
I was waiting for a wink. That was.
I wink at her.
There we
I'm
go.
sorry.
Yeah, stay on brand.
Okay,
Stay
sorry.
on brand.
I have a smirk and I have a wink, and they have equal effectiveness. Okay, no, okay.
You just needed to see
She
your
only
smirk
winks at the people
before,
she
I guess.
likes.
Oh, fair enough. The smirk is
Oh,
for
I've
it's
been
like I'm
winked
gonna
at.
mess you up. The wink is for like we're cool.
So can the Lotus of Blades be unleashed in a fashion that does not hit my kind of friend Siggy?
Sigismund.
If I like,
Sigismund can take a hit.
Sigismund is looking
he's
real
hurt. He's hurt right now.
He is hurt.
bad. He's taking a lot of
Monty
damage.
needs something to do.
Like if I have to step up a little bit to kind of avoid him in my cone, can I? Or step to the side. Step to the
You can probably
side.
Step to the side.
I think that you're what I'll do is I'll give because do they have to save? or is it just a hit roll? It's a saving throw, right?
I believe it is a saving throw. Yes.
They save,
Oh,
but
wait.
they take half damage on save.
So I'll give the one that Sigismund is next to advantage on his save without putting Sigismund in danger.
Okay, but mostly I'm going for that. You know, the one who killed my mother.
You can call her. You know, it is
Yeah.
an adult show.
I know. I still have a hard time. But yeah,
Oh, well.
I got you.
She's going for the bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and I am going to use my D6. Just. Oh wait, no,
Okay.
they're saving. Are they? Are
They're
they? Do I have to
saving,
roll? Do I have to roll an attack, or
Yeah.
are they just saving?
They're just all saving. You roll
Oh.
the damage.
You just roll damage, yeah.
So the one
Okay,
in
cool.
front of you has a 5. The one with advantage next to Sigismund has a 19. And she has a 10.
They still take half damage even on a save, though.
So
Okay.
the one in front of Sigismund takes half damage. The rest take full damage.
So let me ask you, because like this is an Agent of Jinx thing, is that I have 2 stamina at this level. So if I use another stamina, that gets a increases by 1d6 for each additional stamina.
Mhm.
So it'll be 4d6.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Matt used to use that to great effectiveness.
Yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
broken. Pretty freaking good.
Okay, that's a 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great effectiveness.
I think it's relatively balanced, though, because you can only do it a couple times.
Well, you can only do-
Relatively
I can
balanced when
only
you
do-
have Monty in the party.
Yeah.
I can do it once.
Yeah, and then you
She
get
burned
tired.
all the
At level 2.
All right, and see if you remember Dulcinea.
Ooh. I'm really trying to remember that I feel bad about something and I don't know why.
Uh-oh.
Does a 13?
Oh.
Wait.
13 does
Is this a saving?
13 does? Okay.
I was gonna
13
say this is a
saves.
saving throw, right? Don't we?
Yes.
Bardic inspiration. You could also increase with a D6.
I
Oh,
just
okay.
used my D6.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, no, I
okay.
didn't.
It's
I
okay,
didn't because I
13
didn't have
made
to.
it. A
I
13
didn't have to
made
roll
it.
for an attack. Never mind. I
Yeah,
have
a
I'm just
13's
saying for
fine.
future reference, in case anyone's trying to
Yes.
remember she who must not be named because
No.
you got banished to
I got
nothingness.
you. I got you. I have not used my D6 yet, but agreed. Okay.
All right, and Dulcinea comes back, and I'll let you have your action with disadvantage at the end of the round. Unconscious cultist. Talolia is the only one still conscious. She recognizes you and says, "Oh, young one, why do you break into my house? Or should I say, your house? Why do you bring these people here after betraying me those years ago?" And she kind of throws up her hands and is like sees the unconscious and dead cultist at her feet and goes, "Do you all know that this lady that you are here with is a murderer?"
As far as I can see, I've murdered no one. And you are no one.
"You are right. I serve Nu'u. I am no one."
Are we out of combat?
She is giving up. You are not out of combat unless you want to be. Stamond is on deck.
I want to cut around and block the door.
Okay. The door you came in?
Yeah, the exit.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
So, yep, you double move over to that door. And if you're okay going off of a knit, we can just do roleplay and try to figure this out. And if we need a knit at some point, we will re-roll it. And she will be at disadvantage on hers because she is basically
Giving up.
giving up. Yeah.
Well, I will say I do go up to Sig and just give him a good old cure wounds.
Thank you.
I think it should be a hug.
Oh, I was planning on it. Be like, come here, and just like lift him up with a big.
That's
Dog on my
perfect.
ribs.
I'll hug you back.
Yeah, so that'll be a grand total of. Well, actually, since we're out of combat, I could probably do another one. But right now, give yourself 9 back. How are you looking before I?
That's plenty. I'm
That's
still hurt, but I'm okay.
All
I'm
right,
7
and
down.
as I was kind of giving you the big ol' Garund bear hug, I say, just keep an eye out, and that'll be my bardic inspiration towards you.
Thank you.
Since you have that for 10 minutes, so I'm sure that'll last quite some time. In case she tries doing anything funny, you've got that.
Okay. All
Sorry, I
right.
just want to do that before we jump off.
Confusedly walks down the hall, going, "What the hell?
Who are you? Where'd you come from? Why are you so small?
Saffron?
As you can see, the person who I'm in prison for murdering is not dead. The only murderer in this room is her.
Looks
I-
like
Well-
different
And I look-
cultist corpses.
And I,
Yeah, I mean, kind
and
of.
I walk up to her and I say, "You killed someone who loved you. How do you
well,
feel for your
Saffron.
cult?" Oh,
Saffron, hang on a moment.
mhm.
I walk up to her.
No,
You
I
wanna-
liked it.
You want to drop that? You want to drop that illusion now?
Oh, sure. I will.
Not you,
Oh, no, not me.
No, it's Civ."
Civ. You want to drop that illusion? Because if not, she's gonna cut your fucking head off.
Oh, I think you've got it wrong, my friend. She is Civ. And points at Saffron.
Oh, now we got something going on. Well, just in case, I just jump on her and pin her. Not Saffron, Telonia.
What the hell is happening?
I
Anybody
don't-
know Dispel Magic?
Unfortunately, no. I can comprehend languages pretty
I-
darn good.
I will tell you that there's nothing to dispel here. She is a
I would like an
murderer.
insight check of some sort to see if she's telling
all
the
right.
truth.
Go ahead.
It's a 17.
Saffron seems to be telling the truth. There's no illusion here. And she's not denying Telolia's accusation that she is Civ.
Is this true?
You know I'm good at disguises and forgery. What do you think?
I don't care. Somebody's just got to go back to jail, and we need to figure this out. If you are Civ, I don't care. Just let's figure this out so that we can get it sorted.
She is a murderer. She is
Okay.
You have seen the proof. You have seen
All
her
right.
murder my mother.
Yeah, she's in trouble. Like she's going to jail. But I want to know the truth of this.
The truth of it is that she killed my mother, and I knew that she killed my mother. And I found a way to get back at her. And I stripped her of everything. And then one night, I climbed into her room, and I stabbed her in the back, like she did to my mother.
Okay. So
But she
you're
is-
the lady.
But she is not dead. So I have been imprisoned for 5 years for nothing.
Where did you stab
And
She
her?
has a
at
point.
that she begins to laugh. Yes, for nothing, for no.
I smashed her face into the ground.
She goes unconscious.
Oh, you didn't have to be that rude. That
Yeah,
reckless.
Oh,
Well,
Siggy.
Dulcinea's gonna wander
Siggy-
up there and I don't like you and kick her.
The cultists, they start spitting and like peeing all over the place and stuff when they get in this mode. She'd gone bananas. We need
She's-
to.
Red center note gone.
Siggy, I love it when you
bananas.
lose control.
I didn't lose control. It was just very intentional. Plus,
Well, I
like,
still
Wanted to
loved
shut
it.
her up.
plus they're both lying about who they are or something, and we need to like just one person lying at the
All right,
time.
let me
rather
see if
try to
I
kill
let
us.
me see if I understand what happened. So you're not under an illusion now. You're the Saffron that I know from the past. You know the stories and all that. How did you become Civ Because that's what really happened, right? You became Civ and then stabbed her, right? Is that what happened?
You should know this about me. I am just very talented. I have my ways.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit, if you don't start saying some things that make sense, I'm going to get you too.
I might help.
I don't care. Like, whatever. She was bad. We got her.
Spill it. Yeah, spill it.
Let's
get to the bottom of this.
You're not going to jail yet, but, like, you need to, like, I'm very clever. Yeah, okay. You did it. You got the joke. But, like, we need to know because there's some null shit going down here, and this is way bigger than you in some little petty murder.
I agree. As we have found out today, it is bigger than me than any petty murder. There's nothing to say. I sought revenge. I am very gifted at becoming...
Is Civ real?
Or
is that just a persona? Is that just a persona that you take on? Okay, then that's all we needed. All right.
Okay.
So where's the
now
book?
It starts to... all starts to fit together now. Why, like, you met this woman about the same time. Couple years went by, then she disappeared. The timeline fits that the Civ person kind of disappeared from high society about the same time that Saffron went into lockdown. So yes, the alternate identity makes sense. You have a cultist, or what probably at this point is a cult leader based on the things that you saw her do with her magic. You have the book, The Ledger of Nothing, which her name is in. And Saffron's name is the last one on the magistrate's list at this point. Perhaps take it before the magistrate.
So before we leave, though, do we just want to kill this woman, or
that stone you got? Can it make the arches appear?
Oh no, I don't know. Maybe I've never tried to put somebody in jail, but
I don't think lockdown is a bad enough place for this woman.
Well, also she can still have a cult even if she's in lockdown.
Yeah, I hate that whole idea. I think she's been turned over to people that can execute her if need be.
I think that, well, I mean, I've got a sword.
Is the place in good for it?
Yeah, that's not an execution. That's called killing. I got in trouble for doing crap like that before.
But he's like a paladin guy.
Harmonia says it's totally cool if I kill people who are messing up the peace, and Null is pretty.
He's on a mission from his god.
Like, I'll do it. If you guys want to take her somewhere, I will. But I'll just kill her if we want to kill her.
I just saying, I feel like there's some people in authority that might need to know that this woman, exists.
She also may have other connections. Yeah, I believe you're in the same boat. Where it's we have other connections that we can possibly connect.
Is it worth the risk to keep her alive?
What if she has connections to the people who have the right to execute her?
Do I have a say in any of this?
No. A little. I mean, what do you want to do?
I pull out a dozen roses and I lay them at her feet. And I say, I'll meet you guys at the magistrate's house. And I walk out the door.
I don't know what that means.
I think that's
those roses hurt.
Thing. Okay, so
okay.
Let's have a vote. Yay or nay.
Okay.
Live or die.
Okay, who's going first?
I say grab her and head to the magistrates.
That's one kill. What have you got there, Stam? You're live. What have you got there,
Monty?
I believe people can be changed.
Oh no, she definitely can't be changed. The cultists probably, but this one is completely taken by North.
Well, then we can also just not be the ones responsible for.
I also just want to do a channel divinity again to see if I can sense any kind of demonic or awful presence on her.
No.
Like if it's in her mind.
Nothing.
No.
Well, there's only 4 of us, and I kind of want to kill her, so it's tied. But sure. Let's I guess take her back.
Well, with if you count Saffron's vote, it's 3-2.
Oh yes, it is 3-2. And she is the guest.
have left her fate up to you, so you guys do whatever you need to do. So
Well,
No,
the
they
roses
said- they
seemed
said
like
the
something you would do at a funeral.
Yeah. All right.
Can I at least not be here when that happens?
Sure, go ahead. I'll do it.
Can
I'll
you
know
go
for
keep
sure.
a lookout?
You guys know about my shield, right? If her face appears on the shield, that's probably bad. But like, she's kind of a real piece of shit who's made no effort to change herself over all these years.
I think
Dang.
she's gotten worse.
Sega just keeps casting vicious mockery after vicious mockery.
See,
All
you
right.
said
Pretty
pretty
down, my guy.
So
I want
so
to
Sigismund, do you take a second to look into the mirror of your shield?
Yes.
At first you see your face, then you see your face change and become younger. You see your face become full of rage, full of basically the righteousness of Radian, and you that's what you see in the mirror of yourself.
Man, but to me, this isn't about righteousness. It's about just like, there's so much opportunity for this to cause so many more problems. But all right, I get the points, Harmonia. Okay.
And then you all of you who are still there, everybody except Saffron, you feel this, not judgment. It's not judgment from Harmonia. Harmonia is giving you the choice, but it is a feeling to beware your choice. And then all of you see that illusion that happened earlier on the couch of the two women laughing, and then it fades away.
All right. Okay, maybe we can give it a minute. All right.
If she's gonna be alive, gag her, tie her up.
Ooh,
Because I
Yeah,
don't
that
feel like
sounds
getting
right.
poofed
was she
again.
doing magic stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was like, whoa, la 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 la.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of
She
thing.
was
I just
yeah.
break the shit out of her fingers. So she won't be doing that, at least.
for a while. Yep. All
Yeah.
right.
All right. Well, that will put her out of the commission for a little while and give us a chance to like figure stuff out. Look, Monty,
All right.
when you've hunted demons, all right,
All
you
right.
got to make
yeah,
sure that
okay.
everybody's okay. She's gonna live. Her fingers will get better eventually. But
Monty just like kind of rubs his fingers like sympathy pain, just sympathy.
no,
pain.
1,000%. And if she heals and gets better and she wants to turn her life around, fine. But like, if she wakes up and she's like, whoa, ho, ho, and then just like stabs us in the back because we're being stupid, then at least she'll have to do it with a knife.
All right.
Hard to
So
hold a knife with broken
you
fingers.
break her fingers, you gag her, you throw her over your shoulder, and you head back to the magistrates to the condemned building.
Can we cover the body he's carrying with a cloak so it's not so obvious?
Yep. As you're
I'll just
walking
make it look
from
like I'm giving her a
Down the
piggyback ride. You know?
as you're walking from Bayweather all the way back to Booherton, yeah.
Yeah. There's folks in Bayweather who wouldn't look kindly on that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you head back to the condemned building, and you see, as you get there, Saffron's already there,
Oh,
And-
I'm kind of surprised you came back.
and floating in the house, you see the kind of disembodied, shadowy form of Magistrate Thorben Tilholland.
Oh,
There's
this is you.
Ghosty.
And he's basically over here somewhere.
Hey, I was you for a while. I didn't exist either.
I mean, he exists.
Oh,
Just a ghost.
well, I phased out of existence.
And so Saffron right now is just standing cross-armed, and they're kind of staring at each other as you guys walk in. And
Ooh, you cut the tension with a
you've
knife.
walked in on a very awkward moment. You don't know what it is. You don't know what's going on.
I bet I do.
And as you come in, the magistrate looks to Monty and says, "Innocent or guilt?"
Oh, she's innocent. Kind of.
She is.
I mean, she did do a murder, but it was kind of an okay murder, I guess.
There's no murder if there's no death.
I would say no. I mean,
Exactly.
She did.
It was not a murder. It was an attempted murder.
She did an aggravated
It's
assault,
different.
which seems like 5 years is probably like an appropriate amount of time.
I believe she's served her time for.
I think it was a crime of passion.
Yeah, it's 5 years is probably enough. Don't you agree, Saffron?
So
5 years is far too many.
I mean, there's a lot of fraud and aggravated murder, trade breaking and entering.
Nobody was
Forgery.
murdered.
Who is that? Says Tilholland, pointing over your shoulder, Sigismund.
Oh, cult leader. Killed her mom. Killed Saffron's mom.
Killed who?
Saffron's mom. Yeah, Saffron didn't kill her. Saffron tried to kill this lady.
She
Yeah,
did
that
kill
was trouble
Jilsa?
there.
Jilsa was murdered by.
Hey, it's okay. All of the evidence said that she
Is
did it.
this your
I-
father?
Told you so many times, and you would never listen to me. You would never listen.
It's
And you had the means to go find out all along, up in your library. And you wouldn't even bother to go figure out what happened to
the
her.
past takes its toll.
Does.
More cryptic crap from you.
Holy shit, you did not just say that to us.
Put it to the ghost.
Everything you say is cryptic. Is he your dad? Is that how you did it?
he says, I see where you got it, my daughter.
I don't like that.
I told you.
Shit, that means this is her house.
This is a twisted tale.
Well,
You don't mind if I have my lab
Well,
in the back, do you?
If you are,
there's a couple holes in the wall from that lab, so if you're not happy with it, we do need to get a repair group in here.
If you
I'll
would.
cast mend.
if you would, here, the list is done. The list has been.
wait, tell Helene, before you go,
I
listen, Saffron, I've lost both of my parents, and I was mad at God for a while, and I was mad at the people who did it, and I was mad at them for not being strong enough to defend themselves. But all these years later, the only thing that I wish is that I had at least said goodbye and gotten a chance to make peace with that. And all I'm saying is his
your
business.
father- Did your father put you in jail for 5 years and then before that ignore you for most of your life? And then when you came to him and said, I think that my mother was murdered, just completely ignore you. Like, did your parents, were they good parents or were they crap parents?
What I'm saying is,
Crap.
is you're not going to have another chance at this.
My dad, anyway.
Because he's probably about to fade away.
I'm gonna say, Saffron, you're probably thinking good riddance.
Wow, you understand me on so many levels. Do you want to get drinks
I've
after
been
this?
dealing. There's a great bar across the way.
Okay,
We can
yeah.
bring Stam. He
I
knows
think
that.
so.
He knows the deal too.
Yeah.
I
Siggy,
cannot.
not everybody.
I drank.
All I'm saying is I'm just giving the advice. You can do what you want.
I want to hear it from his mouth. Let's hear what he has to say.
I cannot. The list is done. It's my judgment's proven where they are. I cannot go.
Oh.
I cannot go. Not without your forgiveness. Not without
Good luck on that.
making it up to you somehow. You are right. I was never around. I was never part of your life. You always reminded me of my own failings. You always reminded me of my own mortality. You always reminded me that someday I would fade from this world and my impact would be a series of judgments. And now it is so. And I find myself lacking. Not just as a magistrate, but as a human, as a feeling, breathing human. I have lost a lot. And I beg for your forgiveness, my daughter.
When you go, when I forgive you, I want you to find my mother beyond and say you're sorry to her too.
I will. I will.
Okay, take a deep breath. And I say, you have hurt me immensely for years, but I'm not you. I'm the best. I'm not your failings. I'm the best. Go knowing that, and go knowing that I forgive you.
You see him, his face changes, but not to one of like relief. It's more of a feeling of sadness and acceptance. He nods to the rest of you. Sigismund, Monty, thank you for helping me right some of my wrongs, but mostly for freeing my daughter and bringing justice to a long dead friend. And then he fades away. And the feeling that you've had in this house also vanishes. The feeling sometimes of being watched, the chill in the air, fades with it. And you think perhaps he has gone for good.
Well, that feeling was kind of homey for me.
Rest easy, bud.
All right, and as the
So
last
Saffron,
scene,
you want to go get some drinks?
Oh, yes. But first I owe you something. And I pull out the book.
When
Here,
this all
you
happens,
guys know what to do with this.
and he fades, Corey.
yeah,
Sigismund will, like, just tears start streaming, and he tilts his shield up at himself, and there's just the image of an old woman and a small child staring back at him, and both of their throats are slashed. And
as you all
weeping.
as you all are reconciling the feelings of this event, and as Saffron puts the book on the table between you, a shimmer in the air
Oh, what now?
comes above the couch, and a portal to this other place. There's a wizard, and he's behind a desk in a far off place. And he gives you this warning. And before we roll that warning, I want to thank everybody for a great season of Plots in Darkenhaven. And this marks the end with this last scene. Hope to see you soon for season 2.
It has come to my attention, friends, that you have uncovered a most fearful and dangerous artifact. Yes, the Registre Sun'ul, or the Ledger of Nothing, is a most terrifying thing. Should it be used by those who have it to corrupt certain powerful individuals, certain individuals in the government, certain influential people here in the city, it could come to much ruin for the entirety of the republics of Ranthea. Yes, or perhaps even all of Zyothe. Go forth and find these cultists. Root them out. Dig them out from the holes in which they creep. Go forth now. Save Darkenhaven. Save Zyothe.